I have our 2015 Estate Syrah right here. This is from Lytton Estate, Dry Creek Valley, a spot where we feel we've got probably the perfect combination of microclimate soil for Syrah to grow. It's within the same vineyard where we're growing Zinfandel and Petite Syrah to make the great Lytton Springs. But we have this little tiny parcel that rises up onto this hill above Dry Creek Valley. It's on the bench land, kind of very close to our East Bench Zinfandel parcels. These vines were planted in the early 90s from cuttings that come from an old selection, California selection of Syrah, what's called Syrah Noir. And so the vines, as they've aged, they've just given us beautiful quality all these years. 15 was in kind of the fourth year of drought and kind of tough growing conditions, but we were still able to make 32 barrels of this wine. And with the Syrah, we always like to do a little bit of co-fermentation with Viognier. So right next to that parcel, we've got a small section of rows of Viognier that were harvested on the same day, brought in, and put into the same fermenter. So with Syrah being a really dark, really seriously tannic grape, we treat it more like we would Montebello grapes. So it's all whole berry destemmed into open top small fermenters. And there it's all about care of extraction, doing very limited amounts of pump over each day, letting the natural yeast ferment out. The Viognier, with the co-fermentation effect, it kind of helps soften the tannins. It lifts the nose. It gives the Syrah a really beautiful perfumed element. It also helps fix color because Syrah is really dark. There's a lot of anthocyanin pigment in the skins, and it just allows the wine to really stay together as a really nice, beautiful, complete wine. It's classic Northern Rhone. Lots of pepper spice. The clay from the subsoil there is present. I mean, that's one thing about the Lytton site is the soil is quite distinct, and so any wine that we make from that ground, it's in a blind tasting, you can immediately recognize it for Lytton Springs. Well, it's a Terra Rosa type soil, so it's rich orange red, so you get that kind of element of pottery and clay on the nose, and it's really massively rich and round, but it's not hard edged. The tannins are so perfectly coated by dark, rich, kind of saturated boysenberry-like fruit. And then you get the Viognier elements, so that gives it a kind of a touch of a peach apricot-like quality. And then elements of oak are present, and so you can really taste that into the finish. A wine of this intensity, we can actually give a fairly higher amount of new oak where it can just integrate it so perfectly. So it's a terrific Syrah built for the ages, one that can be laid down and enjoyed over a very long period of time. And we've been making it now since 1996, and you can go back to those early years and still pull corks and enjoy it. We've got a really great site, and we'll continue to make this wine since it's our estate. I hope you enjoy it.